Spring is a wonderful time to walk in the woods. While deciduous trees prepare to open their leaves, sunshine streams to the forest floor. Through the leaf litter, a special collection of wildflowers emerge to take advantage of the flood of sunlight. Many of these plants are only here for a few weeks, known as spring ephemerals, for their ephemeral or short-lived life cycle in the spring. These plants work quickly to flower and seed before the trees overhead leaf out and shade the forest floor. Come summer, there will be little evidence of these flowers, so take a walk on a forest trail this spring to enjoy the beautiful display. Let's take a look at some of the spring ephemerals in the Toronto region and what you can do to enjoy and protect these plants in natural areas. Bloodroot emerge with their leaves wrapped around a single stem. The delicate white flowers start to bloom before the leaves have even unfurled, and they don't last long. In their few days of bloom, the flowers supply ample pollen to bumblebees and other native bees searching for early food sources. As the leaves unfurl, they reveal a wrinkly surface and smoothly outlined lobes. Yellow trout lily produce a single yellow flower that nods towards the ground. This graceful flower provides nectar and pollen to several species of bees. The name trout lily comes from the plant's leaves that are covered with greenish-brown spots that are reminiscent of a trout in water. Dutchman's breeches produce 2 to 6 pairs of white drooping flowers that resemble upside-down pants, or breeches. The flowers provide nectar for bees and other pollinators, including butterflies and skippers. While these 3 species of spring ephemerals will spread by their root systems, they are primarily spread with the help of ants. Ants collect and carry the seeds back to their nests to eat the fleshy outer layer. This does not harm the seed, and instead allows the plant to establish in a new area. There are other forest wildflowers that also bloom for a short time in the spring, but their leaves persist beyond the season. White trillium, Ontario's provincial flower, is an iconic sight in the spring. It can be seen blanketing the forest floor. The tri at the beginning of the name comes from the 3 stunning white petals, the 3 green sepals, the outer parts of the flower, and the 3 broad leaves. As the flower ages, it turns a pink color. However, white trillium is only one of 5 native trilliums found in Ontario. Red trilliums have maroon-colored flowers with an unpleasant scent. The color and odor mimic carrion, attracting insects like carrion flies and beetles to pollinate the flowers. Mayapple are easily identified on a forest floor by their large umbrella-like leaves. The leaves hide a single white flower that is pollinated by bees and gives way to a single berry. A healthy forest can be home to many of these wildflower species, blanketing the forest floor with a brilliant display of blooms in the spring. However, as urbanization expands in the Toronto region, there is increased pressure on the remaining natural areas. TRCA monitors forest communities in the Toronto region through the Terrestrial Long-Term Monitoring Program. Current trends indicate a decline in the abundance of more sensitive native species and an increase in exotic species. The data tell us that the continual loss of natural cover and pressure from surrounding urban areas will further the loss of biodiversity that is occurring region-wide. One major stress for native species is soil compaction. Unauthorized trail creation and off-leash pets compact the soil and make it difficult for these plants to grow. Another threat is the spread of invasive plant species, like garlic mustard and buckthorn. These plants aggressively compete for resources and often have traits that allow them to thrive. This includes producing large numbers of seeds, or in the case of garlic mustard, changing the soil chemistry so it is less suitable for native species to thrive. Seeds of invasive plants are easily introduced into natural areas from yard waste that is dumped or on the mud of hiking boots. Here are a few ways you can help protect spring ephemerals and native plant communities in the Toronto region. First, help stop the spread of invasive species. When visiting a natural area, wash the mud off of your hiking boots between visits. Second, plant spring ephemerals in your yard to enjoy them at home. Never take plants from the wild as they are already under pressure. Find a native plant nursery online by visiting the North American Native Plant Society. Third, explore TRCA's interactive watershed and ecosystems reporting hub. Here you can learn more about the condition of forest vegetation and birds in the Toronto region, and how they are changing over time. Visit trca.ca to access the reporting hub and to find a trail to discover spring ephemerals.